I have been in contact with people on the Hill to lay out a schedule for what comes next.
Right.
Based on your conversations, what's the understanding about where it is today and where it goes?
Well, yesterday, Paul Ryan, during his press conference, he said that they were taking this step by step. And now the House Ways and Means Committee is saying that they want to offer relief through the new budget by repealing Obamacare taxes. We see the House now wanting to take back this individual mandate that requires people to buy insurance or they get penalized by the IRS. They want to take that away. And those are really things that if you take them out of the system, Obamacare starts to collapse further than we've already seen. But in terms of an actual timeline of when this is going to occur, when full repeal is going to happen, it's really tough to tell. And also from the White House, we've seen President Trump say he wants the whole thing repealed, but then we've seen Republicans say we can't just take it back without having something to replace it. And then, of course, there's the other side of the argument where if Republicans aren't willing to follow up with their campaign promises of full repeal and pretty quickly, they're going to see some hurt at the ballot box when it comes to voters not being afraid to tell them that they're not going to put up with broken promises.
On that point, Rand Paul said this on screen. I hear things that are unacceptable to me. If they don't seem to care what conservatives think about complete repeal of Obamacare, they're going to be shocked when they count the votes. That goes to your point, right?
Well, and this is the balance between conservative voters who put a lot of these people into office in 2010, 2014, and President Trump in 2016. But then you have the other side of the equation of people who are, there's not a lot of them, but there are a few people who do like Obamacare. There are a lot of people who like a few of the things in it. For example, staying on your parents' health insurance until you're 26, the non-pre-existing condition function of the law. So there are some things that are popular that conservatives on the Hill and Republicans have said maybe we should keep. But then again, we have the argument which is stopping Republicans from moving forward with this in terms of, do you repeal the whole thing? If you do, what should you keep from the old Obamacare system that we can now implement in the new bill?
Final question, let's underline this. Based on your reporting and your conversations, do you think this happens or not?
I think it happens step by step, as Speaker Ryan has talked about. Obamacare was put into place as a 2,000-plus page piece of legislation. I think Republicans are very skeptical that they can just repeal something and not figure out the political fallout and be accountable for their actions when it comes to knowing what they're doing, knowing what the consequences of their legislation are going to be, and understanding that people are going to hold them accountable for the actions that come as a result of repeal.
Well, but no schedule. You can't
say
weeks. You can't even say months.
There are very few. There are some things that will happen in the next couple of weeks, like the budget taking out Obamacare taxes, for example. The president signed an executive order recently repealing a lot of the regulations that go on Obamacare. But in terms of a full repeal bill, we're not going to see that, I think, for at least a year or two.